Well, look, it was a tough test. We obviously knew it was going to be. Obviously, didn't help with the start to the game. But yeah, what's your assessment of obviously a good test against a top division side?
Yeah, obviously disappointed with the loss and the result, and obviously disappointed not to get through to the next round. But overall, we had some all right moments. We had some good moments where we could have exploited and done a little bit better at exploiting their back line. Our shape was relatively good, but you play a team against Liverpool, you lose a couple of duels and stuff, and then you're in trouble. So they're a good side. They're a really good side. They moved the ball, and we saw the difference in. They moved the ball really well. They were really sharp, really quick, really incisive, and they toyed around with us a little bit. I thought again we managed some of their threatening around the box okay for the most part, but you see if you switch off in a couple of moments that they can really punish your team of that level. So it was a good learning test for us and a good opportunity for the girls to see what the level is and the step up, because obviously they've all got aspirations to play at that level. So it was good for them to come up against that and see the difference.
Was that the frustrating thing? Until the 41st minute when obviously they got that second goal, it was a pretty even game up to that point, and like you said, we had a few openings, but obviously just conceding as early as we did just put us on that back foot a little bit.
Yeah, it did. Obviously, conceding early was we were caught on the back foot, and I think again the sharpness of them caught us out a little bit, and that again immediately puts you on the back foot. But I thought we reset from that well, and we really did limit their chances in the first half. They had two opportunities in our box and scored both. But again, that's what happens if you switch off for a moment against a good side like that. They will punish you. But again, it's a great learning opportunity for the girls to see that when you're playing against those good sides, you cannot switch off. You've got to be on it all the time. Because when we were on it, we defended pretty well. We had a couple of moments in the first half where we looked to get away on the counter-attack. There was a couple of moments that we missed in those opportunities as well. Obviously, we got the goal off the set piece. And we had a couple of good moments. But again, yeah, like I say, we saw the difference in level.
Do you sometimes learn as much from these games as you do any other, in terms of it is a very different test to what we've had? Obviously we were 6 unbeaten before today, and then you come up against that kind of different level, the international players, they've got internationals coming off the bench, and it sort of shows them a different side to the football they've had this season.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is, like I say, it is that step up, and Liverpool have not had obviously a great season, but they are a good side, and they're probably not where they should be, and I don't think where they'll finish towards the bottom of that league. I think they will climb their way out of it. But again, we saw the difference even between the top sides in our league and them, who are obviously towards the bottom of the Super League, and there's a big jump and a big gap there. So again, we saw that, and like I say, I keep saying it's a good learning opportunity for us, because if the girls that we've got want to play at that level at some point in their career, then they need to see what that looks like and step up to those moments, both in and out of possession. So learning how to deal with those threats, but learning and taking away bits from what Liverpool did well and how we can take that into our game as well.
It obviously doesn't, define the season in terms of a result or anything like that. We've obviously got this little break now, again with the internationals, and then obviously just those 2 league games when we come back, and obviously the FA Cup as well. We'll find out who we're playing, but again, the momentum has been good. 2 weeks now to get on the pitch, isn't it? And then obviously couple of, again, good tests, Bristol City obviously high flying, and Southampton coming here, another team that's doing well, but positivity and more good tests to come, and lots of time to work with the team over the next few weeks.
Yeah, like that game, like I say, isn't going to necessarily define our season or railroad what the good momentum that we've been on. I think it's disappointing that we've not got through. We wanted to get through. We wanted to cause an upset tonight, and we've not been able to do that. So it's disappointing. But we're not going to get too down about this performance against such a good side. So I think when we come back in on next week, there's obviously a few days of training before we give them a bit of a break during the international break, and a few days off to sort of rest and recharge. But then we'll be ready to go for Bristol. Again, we know that's going to be a tough game, but we want to take our good form and our good momentum in the league into those final 2 league fixtures and the FA Cup fixture, and try and finish the year on a high.